Yeah, g'day folks. It's the middle of October at the moment, although up here in Ballarat you wouldn't know it. It's around 12 degrees, it's trying to rain, it's cold. Um, Most of the fruit trees that I've planted are just starting to bud and leaf, and in comparison to Melbourne, we're about a month behind. Yeah, so it's been about maybe a few weeks since our last tour around the garden. I'd like to show you that the way things are going. The last couple of weeks I've been putting in irrigation dripping system for every fruit tree that I've got in the ground. Um, and the grafts that I had put on each of the trees during the winter months now coming alive and sprouting, and each day it brings with it something new, something to have a look at, and something to admire. It's a little windy on a Sunday afternoon. I'm guessing the weather's changing again, but we'll have a quick look. So as you can see, the apple tree, this one is a miniature Pixie Crunch, and it's definitely like it's moved to this location, and it's flowering quite nicely. So we hope to get a few apples from this, and being close to the house, I think the parrots and things like that won't venture this close to eat them. One of the things that I was talking about before is how far behind we are Melbourne with our weather, and as you can see with the plum, it's just starting to come out down the bottom here, and the top is starting to sprout too, but nowhere near where it should be at this time of year. And there you go, you can see one of the drip systems that I've got here. Coming across here is one of the first locusts that I planted. It's settled in okay. A little bit of new growth on it, but nothing to write home about. We're getting a few days next week in the high 20s. That might make a bit of a difference. The apple tree over here is a little bit behind the others, but it has come out with with flowers, and I think it'll be okay. So I need to mulch these still, but the drip system is working. Over here, like I said, the plum apricot, the one in the enclosure is twice the size, twice as vigorous as this one. This one's outside. I don't know, maybe the transplant has set it behind a little bit. We'll come back over to this location here. The apricot plum, which is more of an apricot than a plum. Yeah, this one, I've got three of these. The other two have got larger leaves, and this one again maybe being transplanted out here or transferred to this location has set it back, but it seems to be doing okay. Nothing to be excited about. I mean, it's just leafed up, and look, this is new growth just along here. All these are new growth, so hopefully when the weather warms up it will really take on the vigor. The almond tree, yeah, I hacked this one back quite a bit this year, trying to open it up a little bit. It seems to be enjoying its location. I'll just keep maintaining the shape by removing any inward growth. One of the other locust trees here, doing really nicely. It needs a stake, but seems to be doing okay. It needs mulch, but that's for next weekend. Yeah, I was a bit before. The apple trees are really coming into bloom, and you can see the grafts are doing really well. Well, here comes the rain. I might need to stop it here and start again a bit later on. So you can see the spring rains coming and going. It's a good thing, really. The trees are benefiting from the rain, but yeah, it sort of stops and hinders any sort of work that I need to do out in the yard. Yeah, it's really coming down now. You can see it's really pouring down, and we'll get a bit of a nice soaking from this if it lasts a little bit of time, and let's see how we go. Yeah, quite a nice spring summer shower. I think it's more than a shower, this one. There you go. A bit of a look. Alrighty, so we're back inside the enclosure. The trees are doing really well in here. Not much to write home about, like I said. The grafts are coming along nicely. There's one just there, one of the many types of apricots, another one just here. And the one on the other side, you can see that hasn't taken because I was a bit reluctant to take away these new shoots. So I think most of the vigour has gone to the new shoots rather than the graft itself. So we might not get that graft working this year, but the other two, because I've taken off all the lower shoots, so the energy is pumped up to the tips, has helped that one along a little bit. We'll keep going to the peach. Like I said, not a lot of no flowers on this one, so I'm just going to encourage the growth and get a little bit of structure in the tree. I've got to talk a bit loud. That rain is still coming down, as you can see. Over to the persimmon. This one's coming along nicely. Like I said, we're a month behind, so the leaves and the flowers, if we've got any flowers, are just starting to show up now. Another nectarine with no flowers whatsoever. So again, I'm concentrating on the vigour of the tree. And as you can see, even though it's in the enclosure here, the leaves are really green. They're quite dark, as you can see, so they're getting a fair bit of sun, I guess, to be as vigorous and as lush as this tree is. Here's the other apricot. We actually have apricot cotton candy. You can see there is actually a fruit on this one. There it is there. I'm guessing there's probably another couple of fruits on this one. And this is the same as the one that I mentioned outside. The leaves are a little bit smaller than a normal apricot tree. But this one, again, inside the enclosure here, is actually doing a lot better. As you know, there's actually a couple of fruits here. There's 1, 2, 3 along there, and I think there might be a couple on this side too, I'd imagine. Yeah, there's a couple, but they're only little tiny ones that are just developing. All right, so we'll keep going around. The fig tree, finally, this fig tree has decided to come to life. I imagine that in the next couple of weeks it will be a lot more greener and lush. The quince, as you can see, the graft is taken really nicely to there and to that branch, and this one too, and the rest of the tree seems to like its position too. As you can see, it's getting enough sun. The leaves are nice and big, lush, and it's looking like the way it should. Now these here, I'm guessing, are flowers. You can sort of see here. So it will give some, well, maybe not some fruit, but definitely flowers this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. The plum apricot, no, this one's a plum, yeah, plum apricot, more of a plum really. I've tipped all the new growth that's taken place so far. I just didn't want the branches to be too spindly and sort of thicken up a little bit. I'm guessing that the spaces between the nodes here should be probably a bit closer like this one rather than this far apart, but I'm guessing it's searching for the sun, so I need to make sure that I don't allow it to grow too fast, too big, otherwise the branches won't be strong enough. back to this graft for the miniature apple tree that I put 4 different types of apples on. You can see that every graft is taken, and they are growing really well. There's a lovely big shoot there, this one here too. This is the original, which is a gala, but the other 4 are multi-varieties, and every one of them has taken. I guess it's because I have taken any new growth that was trying to take place below the graft, and as you can see, the whole energy's gone to the tips, and I think that might be a success. The cherry tree was a slow starter. This is a sunburst cherry. Quite a slow start, this one, compared to the one over there. But as you can see, this one's actually got flowers. I was quite impressed with that for the size, and some new ones just here. And it seems to be awoken, and hopefully it will dense up with the leaves and branches as the days and months go along. Over to this one, another nectarine, is an Arctic rose. Once again, it's all about tree structure. No fruit for whatever reason on most of the stone fruit. I didn't nectarines and peaches. I didn't get any flowers this year. So it's all about tree structure and vigor. Another plum apricot here, like the one down there. It was one that I was going to replace with another type of fruit tree, but again, I've left this one just in case the other one didn't work out for me. And there's always one, and this one is a nectarine that did flower, and I guess has produced some fruit. It's a gold mine, so I'm guessing that variety is probably a little bit maybe a little bit better than the ones I've got that have given no response to fruit or flowering. But look, I'm not too fussed about it for this year. I just want to get the tree structures right. Last year, a lot of the pruning was to open up most of the trees into an open vase shape. That's happened, and the tree shapes are really coming along this year. So probably the fruit that I'm hoping for will be next year. Now that the rain has stopped, I can walk around the garden and show you the apple trees and other types of trees that are growing in the yard. As you can see, every one of them now has a dripping system, roughly about 1500 millimeter diameter. So yeah, so here's the grafts on this one that are slowly taking place and shooting up quite nicely. There's one down there as well, and some flowers on this one. Oops, I can sort of see from this side as well. We come across to this other one that I shaped into a vase with these props as well. The way the branches on this one was growing was a little bit awkward to get the right shape, so I had to use the spreaders to allow it to fork out with a vase in the middle. But yeah, a lot more flowers on this one too, so we'll get a few fruits of this and see how the snow apple and the Acane apple tastes like, and hopefully the parrots leave them alone. Here's another apple tree with some flowers starting to develop. This one's another one. I love the shape of this one, and it's got lovely flowers on all of the branches that are multi-variety. So we've got flowers here, we've got flowers there, even come across to this one, there's some flowers, and definitely the one on that side, there's some flowers. So we might get some fruit from this one this year and see what these grafts will produce. But at the moment, it was based on flowers. That I'm hoping for a lot more leaf and branch development. This Golden Delicious, again, same sort of thing. It's doing well. It wasn't vigorous last year, but this year again it's got lovely flowers. From about that point up it's crispy crunch, and the lower branches are golden delicious. I'll keep going around this way to this one. Oops. Another one here. I'll stand it back a bit and you can sort of see that again. 2 of the 4 branches have got flowers. It might be a bit still early for the other 2, but again I'm pretty happy with getting some fruit production this year. Here, this is a gifted pomegranate. I think it's a wonderful. It was an old pomegranate from a friend's house. It's been in about 5 different locations, but it's now in this location here, and it's starting to grow some leaf. I'll keep going. This is one plum tree that is doing well. It's actually quite leafy, and I'm hoping to get a bit more vigor and grow the tree a little bit more compared to this European one. Is a little bit slower, if you can see it through the agapanthus, but anyway, so that's European. I think this one's the Japanese variety. We keep coming across to the espaliate apple trees. The flowers are really coming along. This one is a Granny Smith. The Granny Smith is a bit later in terms of flower and fruit development, so that's probably one of the last apples that we harvest. And this is a pink lady, and as you can see, the pink lady is a lot more developed and further on in the season than the Granny Smith. Now I'm getting a second and third rung on some of these espaliated trees. That was a bit hard to do at the start, but you can see on that one there, the second rung has now got a branch growing on it. I'm hoping to, and a third one, there you go. And on this one here, I'm hoping to get a few more branches to grow in the lower section. Alright, keep going. This one here as well. There's a branch there. That one is doing well. This one doesn't have any lower branches. The top branches are doing really well, but the lower one is naked at this stage, and so is this one. Alright, coming across to the apricot trees again. I know it's still early days, but the leaf development is it's a small leaf. I'm not too sure if they'll get bigger, but there is some fruit and flowers on both of these. Keep going across to the 3-year-old apricot tree, and you can see here this one definitely has fruit. This one just there. There's a few more down the bottom, and probably on the other side there I can see a few more as well. Cool. The fig trees are just starting to leaf up. There you go, you can sort of see there. The left hand side is leafed up, but the right hand side I had to prune it to be the same level, and cutting off these tips here has stunted this side, but I'm guessing that it will start to shoot and catch up to the left hand side. This one here, last year it was a little bit stunted. Hopefully this year it will be a little more vigorous. I did have a hole in the pipe that I didn't know about, and I was thinking, why is it always filling up with a lot of water here? And of course it was coming out of the irrigation pipe, and I don't think I was drowning it, I'm guessing. So this year hopefully it won't be a problem and it will thrive. Okay, coming across this way, another locust tree with that irrigator. I did that yesterday. I'm still trying to finish off this little bit here. This pear tree again is a little bit slower in terms of development compared to these two. This is a nashi fruit, doing well, and this is a another pear tree with a few of the grafts that I attached over winter. There's one just there. There's another one over here, not doing as good, but it's growing. And there's one on the other side, I think. Let me look. Yeah, down the bottom there. So, not doing too badly, this one. Not doing too badly. Alrighty, so we keep going. Another apple tree here. This got a Pease Good apple on it, and maybe 2 or 3 other varieties. Again, it's got flowers, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm guessing in the next couple of weeks it'll look more like a tree than just a couple of twig branches as it does at the moment. Coming to the centre here, unlike the ones in Melbourne at the moment, my pomegranates are just starting to come alive, and I would say in another week or two they would look really nice. And that's probably about it for the backyard. Yeah, the rain's gone and the sun's out and everything looks really, really nice at the moment. Over to the citrus area. I'm still harvesting these kumquats. They're really, really nice, and every time I walk past it's nice to have one. Quite refreshing. I cleaned out the fireplace this afternoon and got another load of wood ash that I've put into this barrel this time. That one got a few, and now this one has got the remainder. I'm hoping that that gives it some sort of benefit for their growth this year. The orange tree, which is a navel, is really coming along. There you can see the flowers, the new growth. I don't know how much of this it will hold, but it looks, and the colour of the leaves are really, really nice and vibrant and dark. I don't think it's needing any sort of additional minerals or anything like that. This one here fruited a lot. It's a Lisbon or a Eureka, I'm not too sure, and it had probably about 15-20 lemons on it last year, and I think it suffered a little bit from carrying all that, but it's sort of coming back, and as you can see the leaves aren't too bad on this one. Yeah, the feijoas, I planted daffodils, not daffodils, marigold seeds that I had abundant of last year, collecting those, and there's look, I've just basically filled all the gaps here with marigolds, hoping that it'll be a sea of marigolds, all different varieties, predominantly the orange one, but this whole section with the feijoas will be just a sea of marigolds this year, I'm hoping. So I dug it out, planted the seeds to this point here, and I hope to continue on and turn the soil over, clean it up, and continue with the marigolds all the way through to the tea tree. So, oh, here we go. There's the espalier apples that I put along here. Actually coming along, there you go. So there's some growth here. And the sheep next door haven't caught on yet that there's some fresh leaves that they could eat. So hopefully they'll survive. If not, I may bring it out again and keep it off the fence and use another method. This one basically got flowers and the new growth is just starting. Just have a look at my little nursery that I've got here. These are all extras, just in case I need to replace any. I grafted an apple in the first one. This is one of those cotton candies. Have a look at the size of the leaves on this one. This one is really, and it's only in some crappy soil from the garden. It was a quick plant into the pot, and it seems to be loving it. The leaves are bigger, it's more vibrant, more vigorous than the ones that are being pampered. I've got this Ruby Sensation peach. The leaves are just burgundy. I can't believe I've never seen anything like it. So I'm hoping to put that in the ground if I can find a spot. A different pomegranate that I got, I should have that for cross-pollination. Another nectarine, another pomegranate, and my Jala. My Jala, I had 3 of these. I got 3 of these. This one never lost a leaf, didn't suffer through the winter. But these 2, which were exactly the same as that one, suffered. This one is just continued to turn black, no matter how many times I prune it. The one here, it did turn black at the top here, and I cut it, and it hasn't continued, unlike the one next to it. And the one between it's just a seedling. So I'm hoping that this one has got some sort of genetic supremacy in terms of surviving the Ballarat cold, and it seems to have done that. And if it just acclimatizes, I might be able to grow an avocado up here, which would be quite unique. And just to finish off the video, I wanted to show you, the sun's actually blocking a little bit of the view, but you can sort of see the way all the trees are now being planted. The irrigation system's been put in. Like I said, every tree now will be able to be watered during the hot summer months on a timer, and hopefully reduce all the labour of watering by hand. Well, if you liked the video, hopefully you've pressed like and you've subscribed. Until the next one.